seen something wrong and won't tell the police. Now let me make sure it's right. Sabrina's son died outside a nightclub, people all over, ain't nobody said nothing. Broad Ripple, 7 people get wounded, nobody sees anything. In black folks in Broad Ripple. So how do we overcome that? Because if police get the information, they get enough information to prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt, then the bad people start to get punished and the word goes out. Or is that a pipe dream?
I would say, as again, from the perspective as a mother who is still trying to seek out the answers to my son's murder, from what I've heard, and a lot of people, 1, don't want to get involved, 2, scared to get involved, or 3, looking for a reward for getting involved. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I mean, I always think if I put myself in that other person's shoes, I would want somebody to speak up about if I saw something going on when their family member was taking, something happened negative to their family member. But not everybody thinks that way. So we have to start looking at what motivates people to move, to speak out. Maybe, we have a lot of anonymous forums. So if that was the case, really, if they're really scared, you can call a tip line and nobody knows who you are. So I don't think that's really the case. I think it's more about people caring about people, getting back to people valuing other people's lives, talking, like you said, talking to your next door neighbor, caring about what's happening to our young people, caring about what happens to our neighbor, going back to those types of things where you can go next door and ask for a cup of sugar and some eggs, and you can get that from, the next door neighbor. We need to get back to things that really work for our community. And get back to that knowing each other and supporting each other, loving each other, and protecting each other. When my son was alive, my household was the house that all the bullies ran through. So I didn't have one child, I had 52 kids running out of my house. But I was like a mother to all of them. You in my house, you mine. And if you do wrong, you'll get punished by me, and I'm gonna call your mom. So it was one of those situations where we loved on our kids. And for that, I saw the difference.
First, sorry for your loss. I think we need to look at the black culture when it comes to, let's just say, snitching. You get teased for being a tattletale by your mama. Your mama would say, quit being a tattletale. And then another thing your mama always told you was, mind your business. So if you growing up from a young age, mind your business, quit tattletelling, mind your business, quit tattletelling, it starts to become second nature to where you just stay out of it. Like, one of the things that's like in the community where I grew up at 42nd and Post, the police is kind of like car insurance. You don't really want to pay for it until you need it. And it's the same thing with the police. Don't nobody want to talk to the police until they got to call the police. And then don't nobody want to be a snitch, but then when something happens to you or somebody in your family, now you're begging for somebody to snitch or somebody to tell. So, I mean, you're talking about changing a cultural thought process, and I think, again, we talked in the beginning about the generation gap, like how the media, and you just spoke on how thug has become the new N-word. A lot of communities and ghettos and apartment complexes for the city, that doesn't mean that for them. Like, honestly, for me, since we're keeping it real, if you call me a thug, I'm offended because I know I got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the opposite of a thug. I'm not offended because I think you took the thug word and turned it into the N-word, because for me, both of them are offensive. I don't want to be either one of them. So when you call me, you address me by my name, but honestly, the thugs, they not taking it as you calling me the N-word. You calling me a thug, it is what it is. So I think we need to look at, there's some big generational gaps that exist within our own culture, and it's the older generation that caused us to be don't snitch, don't tattletale, and mind your business. Now, wrong is wrong, but that is still the culture. Again, you don't call the police or deal with the police until you need the police. So, on one hand, we have to change as a people and interact with the police. This neighboring police, what was it called? Community policing. the thing that was such a big theme, we need to see it really, really happen. You know what I mean? If you really want people to reach out, then you gotta get out that car and walk that beat at some point.
Let me follow up with that. One of the things I've heard from my audience the last couple of weeks as we start to heat up this debate on do we need more police in Indianapolis is I've got callers, at least 3 callers a day, bring back Officer Friendly. Now see, that's my generation, because y'all don't know what Officer Friendly does. You all do it as Grump the crime dog. But let me put it back. All of you are taxpayers. All of you are the younger generation. All of you are registered voters. On this question of, do we need more IMPD on the street? Where do you all stand on that? If you stand on it at all, are you still undecided, waiting to see what the options are? And will it do any doggone good?
I think it's a two-pronged answer to that. I mean, you want to hire more